Good evening and welcome to tonight's session of Dungeons and Dragons. So, last time we left off, the party had a very interesting conversation after their grueling battle into the Druid's Grove. They came out a little bit scratched, but with two new allies, Calvinius and May. Now, everybody is with the Were-Ravens in their makeshift camp, and at this point, people are just kind of settling in the idea that perhaps it is a good time to pursue Babali Saga to finalize this whole charade. The hunt for the gems is technically over since you've brought the pieces of the Shattered Gem back. But the Lord of the Were-Ravens besieged you to perform one final task, and that would be to destroy Babali Saga. As with her continued existence, the vineyard will remain afloat in the air, and it will not be prosperous anymore. Wine will not flow into Barovia, and you won't get to find out your next clue towards the last piece of the puzzle that you need in order to have everything you need regarding Strahd's demise. At this point, we have Calvinius, May, Farron, Alakar, and Vorn resting at camp. Everybody's level 5, in case you've forgotten, so you're all powered up and nice, rested. What do you guys want to do?
This is the morning? Or
Yes.
Okay. Who's making breakfast? I feel like
we had breakfast already, didn't we?
we had breakfast. Okay, yeah. Yes. Shall we just go and continue?
Okay. So the Were-Raven Lord comes to you and he approaches you and says, right, well, if y'all are gonna follow up and try to face Babali Saga, she's most likely at her haven, which is all the way down the map right here. And he points over to the map. I don't know, you can try to check the map in general. If you scroll a little bit up, it's the general map of Barovia, and it is at the U marker on the map. The letter U.
Okay, so to the east from where we are.
Yes, so you'll have to go from Y. So the Were-Raven Lord says there's no way to cut through the mountain. So you'll have to go through the Tsolenka Pass at R, and then head over through to U. You can bypass through, the Q zone and get to U, but you can't go through directly. The mountain is too steep for you to go across safely, so he is inviting you to maybe go around and head to Tsolenka Pass and then reach the haven of Babali Saga. He informs you that the place where Babali Saga is holed up is called the Ruins of Berez. It is...
Can you share the map, just so we can see what...
Yeah, of course. Give me just a second. I will put it in general again.
Because I think it's way up in the chat.
That's like the website link. So there you can open it in browser. So at the moment we are at the Y marker, all the way in the west, close to the kind of like in the middle.
Yeah.
And there is where the ritual took place, and you guys entered the Druid's Grove, and the camp is somewhere on the edge of the forest in the Y area. You will have to go up through the dotted line to that, let's say, crossroads with an R. That's called Solenka Pass. From there, you can go down south to the letter U. So you can pass either through P or through Q, but you'll have to get to U. That is where Baba Lysaga is. She is living in the ruins of Berez.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm just going to show you. This is the castle. These are the walls of Osaka Castle. And now I'm going in and leave you guys.
Cool.
So have
Thanks for
fun.
hanging out.
I'll watch this session later. I'll keep you posted with pictures of Japan. And see you guys. Have fun.
Okie dokie.
Have fun.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Okay, so any questions so far, guys?
No. So okay. Which way would you recommend?
So the Were Raven Lord says, well, like I told you, the best way to approach this is to go around the mountain. It's too steep for you to go through it, and there's no tunnel. So unless you want to attempt and freeze to death over there while trekking over it, I'd suggest you go through Solenka Pass, and then you can go straight down and you'll get to the ruins of Brez. That would be the best way through. It's gonna take you maybe a week or so on the road, but you'll eventually get there. And that's a week to get to the ruins of Brez. It's probably gonna take you like 3 days to get to the pass.
Have we gathered enough supplies and stuff to last us that long in the...
I'll say that you have your basic necessities to last you a couple of days, but that's pretty much it. If you need anything more, might need to scavenge on the road.
Okay. Is there anything in the past that we should be worried about? Or anything that you know of?
Well, Solenka Pass is a gatehouse, so you'll see a wall and a giant gate. It's usually a transit area, so you might need to pay some attention to some of Strahd's armies coming and going. It's usually a checkpoint, but there are ways to bypass them, of course.
And what ways would you suggest?
Well, there is a small village that is on this side, right close to the pass. It's at the base of the hike towards the pass. You can maybe discuss with some of the locals there to guide you and ferry you through the pass safely. Maybe along the way you might meet some Vistani travelers and bargain a safe passage from them as well. Who knows?
I've bargained safe passage before. Very skeptical, but we'll see about how much I choose to trust these.
Well, the Vistani are misunderstood. There are good ones and there are bad ones. The bad ones work for Strahd, aye, but the good ones, they just try to survive like the rest of us.
Oh, and they do tarot cards. You'll love it. It's so good.
I already know my future.
Oh, okay then.
Well, do y'all want to know anything else, or are you ready to set off?
I feel like I'm ready to set off. How's everybody else feeling?
Farron doesn't really talk at the moment. He's chanting and praying deeply towards his god, as a good paladin does every morning. And Alucard seems to be a bit absent-minded. He doesn't seem to really be all there today.
So basically,
I'm ready to set off, I think.
we have to go back north. We have to pass through the fields of the winery.
Aye.
And then go all the way up to R and then go immediately south on the path that goes to Tango or the one that goes to Q?
The one that goes to Quebec.
To Quebec, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have a question for you, Stefan. Do we play characters have a map of Barovia?
Yes. Aoife gathered a map of Barovia, so you're using her map.
Can use that as leverage.
Since she was the one that came to Barovia willingly, and she studied the monsters of Barovia as part of her background initially, and has the most, let's say, local knowledge about Barovian customs and, vampire lore, she was also the one that procured a map coming here.
Okay. So if we have a map, I do have a question. Wouldn't it be easier, and I'll ask this to the Were-Raven, wouldn't it be easier for us to just follow the river? Or is it any problems with the river that we should know about?
I wouldn't suggest going through the river. During the day it might be safe, but at night there are the souls of the dead that have been discarded in that river for generations. And I don't think you really want to mess around with those. They usually come out and haunt the banks and just march. They're always marching in a constant repeat. One of my sons, actually, he saw something quite peculiar. At the edge of Barovia, right where the river leaves, the dead were just walking and they entered the mist. And as everybody knows, then they're just gone, right? Well, one of them was wearing quite an aristocratic clothing, one of the dead, I mean. And a few weeks later, there he is again, on the bank, going on the same way. There is something going on with the course of the river in this land.
But maybe not.
So
Especially at night.
Okay. So we go north then.
Do we have a plan of how to kill this Baba Ganoush? Whatever it is.
Baba
What? What? I didn't hear you.
Do we have a plan of how to kill this Baba?
Baba Lysaga.
Baba Yaga. I call it Baba Yaga.
I mean, you guys can discuss about it, sure.
Do you have any would you like to help us in making a plan of how to kill her? Do you know her weaknesses?
Well, she's a hag, so she's a creature of the swamp that's been bestowed with incredible elemental magic. Imagine a druid like yourself, but infused with such arcane and old magical power, and quite evil since it came from Strahd, that it twisted the essence that she was before, and it became something that can twist and bend reality through nature. She's a force to reckon with, and not one that we'd face carelessly on our end. I believe you all are capable of taking care of her, especially now, since your victory played at hand. You've dispatched some of her most elite agents, and at this point, I believe you might be ready to face her. Unfortunately, I can't give you a hand, since we are also trapped outside our domain. We need to return to the vineyard to regain some of our magic. And we need to set the ground as it stands so that the elements of this realm align as they are.
Okay.
Does she sleep, or does she gain her arcane abilities from any, does she just draw on the elements around her, or do you know if she has specific talismans or anything that Strahd could be using?
Well, what I can tell you is that she's a hermit. She spends most of her time crafting and animating scarecrows to hunt down and kill ravens and were-ravens, people like me and my clan. And when she's not working with this evil magic, she sacrifices beasts and people to Mother Night and collects their blood. And she does this very specific ritual, to which one of my sons actually gave his life to tell us. She bathes in blood on the nights of the new moon, in a ritual that staves off the effects of extreme old age.
Do you think if we go on one of the nights of these rituals, we could tamper with the blood that she bathes in to weaken her before we face her?
Oh, that might be a good chance you might have to catch her in a weak moment, aye.
How do we feel about it, guys?
Do we? How often?
When's the moonfall? When's the next moonfall? Do you think if we journey and it's
Well,
going to take us?
the next moonfall should be in about 7 days.
Well, it's going to take us about a week to get there, so I think that we should time that well. What type? Does anybody have any specialties with poisons or anything on them that we could use?
Well, I know the forest and plants pretty well. I probably could try and find some poisonous ingredients.
I would second that.
On the way.
I'm good at stabbing.
Well, if we weaken her enough, I'm sure you'll get the opportunity to stab her very thoroughly.
Farron kind of lifts his sun sword out of his sheath and says, well, I can definitely burn her with this, and I'm also a paladin. My god is the god of death, so I don't think that she's going to be quite a problem if we're all in this together. And then he sheathes the sun sword.
Did we freeze?
Did we freeze? Sorry, we just missed that entirely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Farron, who is the other player character, Tom's character, he walks forward and pulls out his sun sword and says, well, I can burn her with this, and since I'm a paladin and my god is the god of death, I don't think that we'll all have a problem if we stick together, right? And puts his sword back.
Okay.
I feel happy with the plan that we have. If everybody else would like,
it's the only plan that we have at the moment, so it's better than having nothing.
I think it's a great plan.
Alucard kind of walks behind and just mumbles a bit quietly and says, but guys, there's one thing that we also kind of have to figure out. Calvinius, we just know he's a good shot, but that's pretty much it.
I'm just wondering, I'm just asking is it that bad of an idea to go through the mountain instead to avoid checkpoints and other kinds of obstacles that we may come across along the way? Is it that hostile of an environment to cross?
Well, why don't you roll a charisma check? to see if you can convince anybody of your idea.
Let's see.
And what's your charisma modifier?
It's -2, and I rolled a 3, so I don't think so.
Oh yeah, because you got amnesia. So what's your roll?
3 -2 1.
3.
Anyone convinced?
Oh, okay, 1. Anyone convinced?
Yeah,
No idea.
I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Are you stupid?
I'm just. Yeah, perhaps.
And I hug him because you called him stupid. And I was like, you're not stupid, you're just challenged.
I look. I'm just special. Yeah. I just look down
So-
then and agree to any plan that the
Can we see
party.
the mountain from where
decides
we
to-
are?
Yeah, you can. You can see the range. Yeah, in the distance. If you climb on tree, you can see it even better.
I mean, if we go to the top of the hill where we are,
Mm-hmm.
of this massive
Oh yeah,
hill,
you can definitely see it from the top of the hill. You can see the range.
and the range is really, I mean,
Up,
from
it's
the distance.
fucking massive. Imagine Everest, but twice the size.
Oh fuck!
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
we're
was a
gonna
very
go
stupid
around
idea
it.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with my athleticism, I'm sure that I wouldn't be able to climb that. And then when we arrive, we will be so fatigued. Anything could happen. I recommend that we go north.
Sure.
Yeah.
After my humiliatingly bad roll, I just look to the ground and agree to any plan that the party decides to follow.
Alucard kind of pats you on your back and says, "You know, an idea is an idea, but maybe you can help gather stuff along the way, right?"
That's the one thing I'm good at. If we go through forests
Cool,
and
cool,
fields,
Don't feel so bad. I'm sure you'll fit in somehow.
okay, let's go north then.
That's so fucking passive aggressive.
It is
For all the car.
Okay. So Farron kind of takes the lead and goes forward. Who wants to go out next on the trek?
I can go
I
right
go.
near him with him.
Okay. Calvinius, you're behind them. Then it's Alucard, and then Aoife and May. So, alright. Let's see. Okay. So, cool. Your first trek, I'd say you can walk through the map. How do you guys want to go across your first day? Do you want to walk? Do you want to run? Dash? Walking is not going to make you exhausted by the end of the day, so you can then, but you'll travel less of a distance. Running, you'll travel double the distance, and marching, you'll travel double and a quarter, so 2 sides and 15.
So
yeah.
marching is faster than running.
Yeah, or is marching not what I'm imagining as a word?
Marching is like if you picture soldiers.
Never mind, it's too complicated with 3 speeds. We'll do it in 2. Walking and
Yeah.
running, it's fine.
You can do 3 speeds, but normally it's like stealthily. That it's the slow.
Ah!
You have the normal
Okay.
pace, and you have the fast pace. That it's like running.
Okay, so we'll go with that. Because this is the first time we travel using the new system that we talked about. So, yeah, you guys can choose to either go carefully and avoid stealthily whatever things you might encounter, but you'll travel the shortest distance and you can camp safely at night, relatively. You can walk normally and, go across the normal distance. Or you can try to go at a fast pace and lose 1 point of exhaustion, but you'll travel the most distance.
Is that where we came from? No, we haven't come from there. before? Have we encountered this before?
So where you are right now is at the Druid Circle at the letter Y. Now you have to go back up north. So you're gonna go across the Wizard of the Wines. You're not gonna stop there because it's just on the way. It's on the same way. And then you'll go beyond the Wizard of the Wines to the pass. Now, the Were-Raven Lord told you about a small village that rests at the base of the trek up the pass. You can stop there for supplies or anything else, and maybe some guidance. And then after you go over the pass, you just go down south.
Okay, I think we should go, like, dash or whatever until we get to at least the Wizard of the Vines, because we know that path and we're pretty comfortable with it. Because we're like, I think we have this advantage on like surprise attacks and perception, but I don't think there's too much of an issue there. What do you guys think? And then after that, we can reassess if we should go slower.
I think because we have a village that we're going to, I think it should be a reasonably safe-ish place to stop and be a bit exhausted. So I'd second that we could go a bit faster.
Okay, let me just get my mind over around this. So from where we are to Baba Lysaga's place is how long travel?
6 days.
6 days. Okay, so and
at a normal pace.
Okay, and the village.
The village is right before Tsolenka's Pass. It will take you 3 days at a normal pace to get to Tsolenka's Pass.
3 days to get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Normal pass, but fast pass will get there
in a day and a half.
A day and a half. Okay. Here's what I would think. We can go whatever pace you want, whatever speed you want to go. But as soon as we get to the Wizard of the Wines, we should slow the pace, just to be sure that we are not ambushed by something that might stay behind during the attack of last night, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
And then we can evaluate and keep a normal pace or speed up or rest somewhere.
Alucard seems to think that it's a good idea, and so does Farron.
But isn't it better, because you said the full moon is in a week, right?
7 days.
A week time? 7 days. So we should try to time our arrival there with it. So if we go with a normal pace, we will do just that, but we will have no room for any.
I mean, if we keep the normal pace, we arrive there 1 day before, because we'll take 6 days, and the full moon is in 7. So we still have 1 day to canvas the place, try to get a better plan or improve our plan to see what to do and how to do it.
But if we go fast, we'll be there in 3 days if there's no inconvenience or any obstacle, right? Because it's 1.5 to get to the pass.
Yes.
Farron says that, we'll get there fast, but we'll be fucking exhausted.
Exactly. We'll get there fast, we'll be exhausted, and we won't be timed for the full moon, with the full moon. But, I don't know.
Let's keep a fast pace until we get to the Wizard of the Wines, and then
we'll see.
We evaluate the situation.
Okay.
As soon as we get there, because
Okay.
I'm just worried that there might still be someone watching, preparing an ambush or something like that.
Okay. Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Farron says, alright, then we're in unison. Let's go. So, you guys start marching. Well, walking. As you go at a faster pace, there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary where you're running. But can anybody roll a perception check for me? Anybody. It doesn't have to be all of you. Whoever wants to volunteer.
Let's do it.
I'll go high perception. Let me do.
Oh fuck.
12.
1.
Okay.
Stop rolling.
15.
Okay.
Not very good.
All right, Vorn, you can roll too. Let's see if you can make anything better.
Did you add?
Rolling? Nope, I rolled a 1.
Fuck.
15.
I'll roll for Anahar. That's a 12, and Farron. That's an 18. So I guess we'll go with Farron's perception. Since he was ahead, all of you don't seem to notice one really important thing, that ever since you've left the camp, some crows have started following you. You keep moving ahead, and you reach the Wizard of the Wines pretty quickly. It hasn't even been an entire day. You reach there somewhat in the afternoon, after running for quite a bit. And you see that the land is still largely afloat. Branches, giant branches that have lifted initially the ground, now stand kind of in a cup formation, holding whatever air suspends the Wizard of the Wines. You guys can roll maybe an investigation or perception if you want to check the surrounding area. Feel free to do what you want.
Oh, 21 investigation.
Okay. Anybody else?
21 investigation, not 20.
Nice.
Oh,
I got 11.
Okay. Calvinius?
I got 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay.
Investigation.
So,
Damn.
most of you kind of look around and see if there's anything out of the ordinary or if there's anybody skulking around and snooping, but there doesn't seem to be any signs of life around the Wizard of the Wines at the moment. It's actually quite oddly quiet. No wolves, no crows, no ravens, not even little critters are skulking around. It's oddly quiet.
I'm assuming there's no one, people as well.
No,
Sorry, is
Not
this
at
the
all.
village? Or the...
So this is where we
It's-
were before.
it's the Wizard of the Wines.
Okay.
And there was people there. Can we go to the house that the people that
If you
man
can
that
fly.
we-
Yeah,
The
if you
entire
can fly.
place is floating in the air.
Yeah,
Mm,
The what? They're
it's
floating.
floating like a cup.
Yeah.
yep.
And it's
Okay.
not in there.
Well, I actually can turn into. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn. Do I want to use that now? Though? Do I care about this
You're gonna
floating
be
thing?
alone.
Yeah, I don't think I care. Oh, can I do an Arcana check?
Okay.
See if this is like, is this magic or like, if I can tell
Yeah.
what this is. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Um, 13.
You can tell that a pretty high spell has been casted upon this patch of land that raised the entire winery. As far as you understand Druid magic, it seems to be a level 7 conjuration spell. So that's just 2 levels below the most powerful magic that exists. And the person that cast this spell had to sacrifice quite a number of lives in order to gather the enough druidic energy to perform it.
Do I know if like Strahd can do this kind of magic?
Oh,
or...
but you do remember, since you were in bird form, that Babali Saga was the one that casted the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, this is how strong Babali Saga is.
Oh shit.
Her,
It-
right.
Does it? How high is it floating?
100 feet, maybe more.
Is there anything like those roots that you said that reach down to the ground?
They are below. They pushed the ground initially, and then the ground itself started flying. So they are there, but they're just, vestiges of the beginning of the spell. They're nowhere near close to the earth that
So
is
there's
now
nothing
floating.
that we can really get up there.
No, the way that the party escaped that place, because they were there when it started happening, is that they were teleported by a were-raven ritual.
Right.
Okay.
Is there a safe passage around it?
Yeah, you're on the way, like where you see the dotted line on the map, where the W is, you're on the straight line going up. Straight line, the dotted line going up. You can see the Wizard of the Wines in the distance, right? But
So it's like we are on the path, but the Wizard of the Wines is to the side. So we don't pass through the wizard, we pass around it. That's where the path is.
Yeah, you're currently on the road still.
Okay. I think we there's nothing. Do I know? Because do I know like what would make this spell stop?
The death of the caster.
Okay. Well, then I convey that to the party and I say, look, there's not anything we can do apart from kill Baba Ganush.
Babali Saga.
Babali Saga. Okay. I
fucking learn it.
I look up at the floating place and I'm like, you guys were really up there? That's intense. I don't think we want to go there again right now. And if Aoife says that we need to kill the caster to be able to help anyway, I don't see the point in us going there now. I say that we should forge on.
Yeah, for me, we can keep moving on. We already know the place. There's nothing else to be gained or any new information that we would get that we don't already have.
Yeah.
I look at you guys all watching the floating thing and I don't understand what even is going through your mind. I'm like, let's just keep going. But I do suggest that we slow down. I do suggest, we'll see how that goes. But I do suggest we slow down the pace a little bit and we start going slower now. Because we're already a quarter of the way in. And it's been a day, not even a day. Barely a day. Not even a day. So that's what I suggest. Tell me what you think.
I would like to forge, but before that, I'm gonna get Pugsley out.
Okay.
And I'm going to go. I'm going to walk near the thing because I want to make sure the people are okay. So I'm gonna say, Pugsley, can you?
Yes.
Now you're really excited. Okay, make it. So you can make me fly. You can do that thing that you do. Are you ready?
No. Why?
I will give you a special present.
Ooh, like what?
I can't tell you yet. It's so much of a surprise. You need to. Come on, get excited. Start wagging your tail. Come on, you can do this.
You sound like my old master when he wanted to make me cry.
Oh, Pugsy, and I give him a little hug. I don't mean it, but I really need you to do your thing.
Why?
Because we're friends.
But what if you fall?
Well, don't let me fall.
But it's not that I control it, it just happens.
Wait, that's a very good point. I do not trust him. Okay, fine. I pick you up. I pick Pugsley up and I put him back in my little bag.
He kind of like pokes his head out and says, "Are you sad?"
Yes, I'm disappointed. But
He
it's
starts
okay.
crying,
It's not your-
and then he gives you, and then he kind of like shuffles back into the bag.
Okay. I feel very guilty, so I'm trying to think of like ways to make it up to him. So we've decided to go like just normal pace, right? Can I forage or look for mushrooms or something poisonous on the whilst we're walking slowly?
Everybody roll a survival check.
12.
18.
25.
You guys
17.
hear crows around everything. So you guys can take maybe some action to forage in a more stealthy way so that you're not noticed. You managed to find out some rudimentary food, as in berries, maybe some mushrooms, some firewood if you decide to make some camp. Out of all, I'd say that everybody gathered at least 2 days worth of rations if you're going to, camp out for the next few days. So in total, you have 4 days worth of rations, and you still have not camped. So you had 2 days worth of rations, and you found around 2 days worth of rations at this point.
And if we walk, we are 3
But
days
no much.
from the village, no?
If you walk at this point, yes, you will arrive at the Breed village in 3 days. Well,
Okay.
if you camp tonight, 2 days. As if you keep walking.
But
after this
did I
walk.
find anything poisonous that I could potentially? No.
Nothing poisonous.
Okay.
Nothing poisonous.
How late is it now?
At this point, since you started walking at a slower pace, it's getting close to dark. You can choose to camp, or you can choose to keep walking, and maybe face the dangers of the night.
We're gonna
I
face them
think that
either
would-
way. I just prefer not to be exhausted while facing them.
I think it's smart to camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just for you guys to know, if you guys keep going through the night, you can cut down the travel time, but you will have a point of exhaustion when you stop. If you camp, you'll rest, no point of exhaustion, and you'll resume your travel the next day.
Should camp.
We have plenty of time before the
Yeah.
full moon ritual. We're making great time. I say that we rest.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Who wants to take watch?
I can take
I
first
will.
watch.
Oh, yeah. You go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Farron says I can take second watch. So Vorn, roll a d20. Farron rolled a 17.
20. And I rolled a 6.
Okay. So, night comes, you all gather yourselves around the fire, cook some food, have some water, a little bit of wine from the were-ravens that managed to procure some of their old drinks from the winery. At this point, Born, maybe you've had just one or two drinks, you're feeling a little bit, let's say, good, but not at your best. You know what I mean? You're feeling good, but
tipsy.
It could be better. Yeah, you're tipsy. There's a rustle in the bushes, and you hear scurrying pretty quickly.
In our
You don't-
direction?
In your direction, but it happens so fast you don't really have the time to react to it. You see a small kobold, a very small kobold. It looks a bit pale and, let's say, malnourished, as it kind of dashes in front of the campfire and steals some of the food that was on the fire, as well as a bag of, let's say, gold.
I'm
That
shooting the guy.
You're a bit
Alright.
tipsy.
Roll to shoot, but with disadvantage because you're a little bit tipsy.
Fuck, I'm gonna use the dice. Okay,
Ooh,
so
Kobold.
it's a 10 or
Mhm.
I just wasted the natural 20. So 16 to hit.
Okay. It hits. Roll to hit damage.
You motherfucker. It's 6 damage.
It dies.
Oh,
So you shoot that sickly little kobold as it tries to pawn off that bag of gold and your food, and you shoot it straight into the back of the head as it falls down into the camp and limpless and just is dead.
I just killed our way out of Baba Lysaga issue. I'll grab the
Okay. Do you
kobold
want
and
to?
I'll grab the kobold
Mm-hmm.
and I'll search his body.
Okay. You see on him that there's not much, but there is a vial of some liquid inside that's just a few drops left.
Of what color is the liquid?
It's yellowish, close to gold, maybe.
Okay. Okay, if that's the only thing, I'll just toss the body into some bushes because I know that the druid will freak out.
Do you want to roll an investigation check to see if there's anything else about him?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to check. I want to check the
No,
body.
because
Yeah.
since it's dead, it can't really do much. So the first response that I gave you
Oh,
was
okay.
just
Yeah.
pass
I wanna.
down. If you want to check anything else about him, you can roll an investigation. I can tell you something depending on your roll.
Investigation 9.
it's dead.
Okay, what you do notice is that the color of the skin is not that typical with a kobold. Now, normally they would have a deeper, darker red into their scales, but this one has the color quite faded. And you look to its face, and the eyes of the kobold, they seem faded, as if it was somewhat going blind. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. If there. Okay. So I don't get any more information. So yeah, I'll
That's
just
pretty much it.
throw the body into the bushes.
Okay, you throw the body into the bushes. Night keeps going on. It's turn to change the shift, and Farron's at the helm. Nothing really happens for the rest of the night, and at this point, it's back for the day. You guys are ready to pick up and move on.
So it was just did he hide the kobold?
Why don't you roll a deception check to see if you actually hid the body properly?
5.
Yeah, you just tossed it outside the camp.
Yeah.
Like, ah,
The,
fuck it.
Anderson sticks.
Fuck it.
Okay, so when I'm packing, I'm like, I see this creature on the floor. I run to it, and I'm like, so did you throw an arrow?
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
It's the guy
And I
on the back
see a
of the head.
little thing. Did you kill a kobold?
I killed a
And I go over to him and I just start like slapping him.
You're slapping me?
Yep. But like baby slaps.
I'll just block your hand in mine, and I just say he's trying to steal my scissors. I'm gonna kill him.
Defenseless kobold. He's just trying to protect himself and like
Yeah,
what I don't.
He was protecting himself by stealing our food and our boat.
Well, he has to survive somehow. This is a barren place with not many resources. It was trying to feed its family. I don't know, Vorn. You are on my blacklist. For today. I don't like you today.
Well, Alucard goes and pats Vorn on the shoulder and says, I think you did a good job.
Oh, I know I did. He's dead. And he didn't get stolen, so.
Yeah. And then Farron kind of walks over to the kobold body and he tries to inspect it to see whether it's a worthy soul to redeem for the Raven Queen. And that's an 18. He kind of takes a look at it and puts his hand on the kobold's chest. Everybody kind of sees as he lets go of his hand, a small whisper of a soul leaves the body and enters his armor as he bows his head and says a prayer to the Raven Queen, and then turns around and says, this creature has suffered quite a lot, and you gave it peace, Vorn. You should know that.
So, Vorn.
Well, I mean, I'm still kind of learning everything that the Night Mothers gifted me, but yeah, the armor is doing that. It's part of my boon with my god. She bestowed this upon me so that I can redeem the souls of Barovia. I'm supposed to return them to her.
So now we don't technically we don't need you to give the final blow. You can release the soul afterwards.
I guess so. I suppose this was easy because this was a meek soul. It might be harder with stronger enemies, but we can try.
Is that how you put it?
Okay, let's keep moving. Talk about the plan.
Alright. So, at this point, you guys keep trenching forward. Are you guys now going fast pace, normal pace? You're trying to go stealthy? How do you approach this?
Before we do that, I go up to Vorn and I kind of go like, kind of like my tail between my legs, everything. And I go, and I like very slowly go over to him and I put his hand and say, I knew you were good after all. I will take you off my blacklist for today.
Can you keep me on
For today.
Blacklist? For today.
No. And then I walk away and I skip away. I go happy.
Okay. So,
Anyway,
you guys, how do you march? Stealthy, normal, fast? How do you guys plan to get over to the village?
I want to continue searching for poisons and things that we can use. So do we have to go kind of stealth to search?
So yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest. If you plan on foraging on the way, I'll say that I'll let you perform a specific action during travel. So you will be forced to travel at a slower speed, and you'll have to roll a survival check to see if you can find anything on the way. So who wants to search anything during their travels?
Me too.
Can we? Almighty gods, will you allow us to, like, run, keep a fast pace
Mm-hmm.
for half a day, do a short rest, and then run again and not have an exhaustion point?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so
That seems fine with me. If you do a short rest, that's fine with me.
because
You
what's
won't
this?
have an exhaustion point during the night then.
Okay,
And but if you do not rest by the time you took your short rest, that is going to give you an exhaustion point because it will be a full day. So after that point, let's say midday next day,
yeah,
you will have an exhaustion point.
okay. And from where we are, if we run with the 1 hour short rest, would we be able to get to the village today?
Oh yeah, you can definitely get to the village today if you run, and you can take a short rest at the village. That would be fine.
Okay, so here's what I propose if you agree with me on the short rest. We can search for something during that hour of rest, or we can do the short rest and take another hour just to search for something, some poisonous things that you know about it, and then we run the rest of the way to the village. And
Um, Fabio, you are really your volume is really low.
it's really low.
Quiet.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh, that's
Uh,
better.
It's better now?
yeah,
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, fuck. Sorry. So the idea is we run half of the day, we do a stop to rest, we spend another hour checking for poisonous whatever, and then we run the rest of the way to the village and we rest at the village.
Sounds good.
I'll also do that if God allows it.
It's fine with me.
I would. I would
Yeah.
say it's better to go slow maybe and search for stuff along the way instead of running because we're really not in any rush, are we? We're ahead of schedule.
If we just walk normal pace
Do we still
the
get
whole
there?
time without short rests,
Yeah.
like what he's suggesting, would it take the same time? Then
You'll just arrive there at a normal pace, but you won't be able to search anything.
You won't be able to search anything if we go.
If you
Okay,
are
then
going to search for something, you will
we need
have
to
to take
slow.
a slower pace.
Okay, then yeah. Okay, then let's do that.
So the idea is camping for another night and
Mhm.
search everything all the way,
Yeah.
at least for today, or run, rest for 1 hour, take 1 hour to search for something, and keep running until the village. And in the village, we'll probably, hopefully, find something that we can buy, some poison or something like that.
Yeah, I think in the village we could probably procure something as well. So I think if we run into a short search, there's maybe more deadly
Margin.
things that we could buy in the village or find.
yeah.
I like the idea of running.
Okay. Let's.
All right. So at this point, since you all agree, you guys start running towards the way, and you manage to get through the path quite quickly. There's only, let's say, an hour or two left. It's afternoon again, and you can take a rest now and maybe forage the area around. It's just a few more 100 feet left, and you'll reach the village. So feel free to do what you prefer.
I'll survival.
Survival?
Yeah, you can roll a survival check, all of you.
Uh,
Alucard rolled a 10, and Farron rolled an 11.
I got 21.
woo!
I
Okay.
got 19.
I'm rolling with
19.
disadvantage because I have no idea what I'm searching. I rolled a 5.
Yep. Okay.
Got really good survival skills, so
Searching for poisonous stuff? Come on, in the woods. I'm from the Underdark. caves? Yeah, sure. Woods?
Okay. All right. So, May, while you're foraging around, you stumble upon a log that seems to be hollow. You can maybe try to investigate it. By the way, you're alone.
I'm alone. Okay. I
You
will
guys
choose
split to search around.
investigation.
I mean, you're not that far away from
yeah.
everybody,
I think that we will
but
keep at least a
yeah,
earshot from everybody.
Yeah, you are within
Yeah,
earshot,
within
but alone
I got
at this point.
10
10.
for investigation.
You kind of like kneel and try to look inside the log, and there's a purple flower inside, but it's quite dark in there. You can't really figure out what kind of a plant it is without checking a little bit more. What do you want to do?
Right. Who's closest to me?
Scream and find out.
I'm going to yell out and say, "Hey guys, I think I found something."
Okay. Can everybody roll a perception check to see if anybody hears her? Alucard rolled a 15,
11.
and Farron rolled an 18.
22.
That's
Okay.
my girl.
11.
I'm there.
Okay, so Aoife was the closest one, so she gets there first. Followed by Farron, Alucard, then Calvinius, and Vorn. So everybody is there at this point. Go ahead.
So how big is the log?
Imagine like an oak tree, so quite thick, that fell down, and critters try to make their nests inside and all that, and kind of got hollowed out over time. It's covered in moss, so it's quite thick, and that's pretty much it.
But the flower is not really just reachable.
No, it's quite inside the hollowed out tree.
Is the husk of it thin enough that somebody could break part of the log so that
roll an investigation check? See if it is.
Or I could turn into an animal and pick the flower for you.
How dark is it inside of the log?
You could see it perfectly fine with your dark vision, of course.
How big is the opening to go in?
So I like 1 meter, maybe 1.5 meters. It's quite a large tree that just got hollowed out.
17 for perception.
Okay, you can figure out that if you move around all the moss and clear out the log, you maybe can try to find out if there is any, let's say, weak spots within the log to make a hole, possibly.
I wanna try to make a hole to see if I can reach in.
Roll a strength check.
I mean, Farron can burn the log.
Yeah.
But then we burn the plant.
Hey.
Yeah.
Just there.
Turn says, yeah.
23.
23. Okay, so you kind of just spread around the moss a bit, and you touch the log a bit, and you're like, tuk, 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 tuk. And then you just ram your fist inside and make a fist-shaped hole.
Can I, now that I can see the flower better, can I inspect the flower again to see?
Yeah, sure.
What I think, whether I should touch it.
You look at it, but you're not quite sure what kind of a flower it is. You've never met this kind of flower in your life. It's not from a place that you would know.
I'll go there and see if I know anything about this flower.
Okay, roll an investigation check. Anybody else wants to check the flower?
I want to check the flower.
Okay, you can also roll an investigation check.
Ooh, 7.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
7, 11.
Both of you take a look at the flower and try to figure out what it is. Aoife, you figure out that it is poisonous, but you don't know towards what it's poisonous.
Does it smell?
That's it.
Does it have any scent, or does it smell like anything?
No scent that would indicate anything else.
Do I have any gloves?
No, you're bare
Okay,
fists.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna
Okay.
manifest my echo,
Okay.
and my echo goes inside and tries to grab the plant.
Okay, sure. So you see a duplicate of Vorn, more ethereal, more ghostly, enveloped in a mist.
It's
Kind of
basically
like goes
made
inside.
of my echo is basically made of smoke, of purple smoke.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
It kind of chambers inside the hollowed out log and walks through and grabs the flower. Can you roll a dexterity check for Echo?
Ooh. 1922.
Perfect. You grab the flower and also pull out the roots intact and gracefully whisk it away from the inside. You look at it and it seems to be, quite fragile. That's pretty much it.
My echo gives it to Aoife.
Okay.
And I have a little pouch, and I just for these kind of things, like one that's nice, like mesh and stuff, so it's breathable. And then
Okay.
I just hold it out, so I don't touch the flower.
Okay, the echo
Cool.
puts it inside of the.
So
of the
put
bag.
the flower in. It's all right. Great. So you put the flower in, and I got a purple flower. Anything else you guys want to do while you're here?
I think. Can we? Are there any other purple flowers around? Can we?
That seems to be the only one that kind of, popped out in the environment. Let me just. Okay. You see that there are a few nightshades around the area. You can try to gather those.
I try to gather the nightshades.
All right. Since you grew up in the temple of the Silent Lotus, the monks there were also informed on how to make, certain alchemical concoctions. What you recall is, can you actually roll a history check for me to see if you actually recall?
High history.
15.
You recall that nightshade is often sold in the black market for assassins. The plant is the primary ingredient for poison known as assassin's blood. The toxic nature in assassin's blood is diluted to the point of weakening a target but not killing them. Nightshade in its raw form takes about 10 minutes to become effective, and up to 4 hours before a target dies from the poison. It's not very effective as nightshade has a distinct taste and odor, so slipping the plant in someone's food or drink is just going to cause them to spit it out. If a creature consumes the nightshade, they're affected by the poison condition. After 30 minutes, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw of 10. If nothing happens, and then the creature will continue to make a Constitution saving throw every 30 minutes, with the difficulty check increasing by 5 after a very successful save. On a failure, the creature immediately falls unconscious with 0 HP and is going to start making death saving throws.
Look, it looks like
So
I've got a mistake.
it's quite easy to succeed, but over time, it gets harder and harder and harder. Then when it eventually succeeds, out.
Okay. I turn to the party and I tell them what I know about Nightshade. and I say we should gather some, and if we can use it in our upcoming battle, that would be amazing. And if not, we could also just sell it to get some gold. So let's.
Here's the thing: to make Nightshade, you need to have a alchemy lab or some alchemy tools at the ready. Can't really make it out in the wild. So, if you are intending to make, if you are intending to make Assassin's Blood, you need to search for an alchemical table.
I don't think you've got alchemy stuff. No, I can just go in the village.
Yeah, I think I'll grab some of them, but I can't make it into anything yet.
And the purple plant that we found is not Nightshade. It's something else.
No, it's something else.
Okay.
So with the 4 hours to take effect is only if it's consumed. So it's a digestion thing. So if you were like to put it in this like the tip of I don't know, a sword or an arrow, would that, if it gets into the bloodstream, would they die quicker? Would I know that?
It still has the same effects if it's ingested or inserted into the body.
Scientifically makes zero sense, biologically, but that's okay.
Come on, it's a magic.
Dealing with a hag and magic, okay? So.
Scientifically, you don't exist.
And also, scientifically, there's no science.
Regardless,
magic.
I think I will. How many can I gather?
As many as you want.
How many?
Actually, no.
Many.
There are enough nightshades to maybe make 2 vials of Assassin's Blood around.
Okay.
But it would take you an hour, maybe 2, to gather them all. It's afternoon, so if you do spend the time to gather everything, it is going to be night.
What if we all help?
Even if you all help, that's what I meant. If all of you do it, that's how long it's going to take. So if you do decide to gather everything, it will be night by the time you finish.
And how far are we from the village?
Not that far. You're pretty close. You can make it there still during the night. You don't have to camp. You already ran and took a short rest, so you're still good to be up during the night. You won't have any exhaustion, but you do need to rest at some point.
If we rest at the village, will we have exhaustion the next day while
if you rest at the village, that'll be fine. You'll be totally okay.
I propose to the party that we gather as much as we can and then head to the village to rest and see what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yep.
What if we went to the village and rested there, and then, I mean, we're not far, right, from the village, so we can always go. We're ahead of schedule. We can just go back the next day and gather all of them, and then go back again to the village.
That late yet? It's only
not that late. I feel like we could do it now.
You didn't start yet, so at this point it's still daytime.
And we can take the rest of the day tomorrow to check the village and try to get some more information, because basically we are running blind into this. The only thing that we know is that she has a ritual that has to happen at the full moon, and that's it. And we are placing all our bets that we can try to weaken her somehow. Actually, and this is something that I want to ask, would Vorn, due to his past activities, we know if the poison can be absorbed by the skin?
Yeah. You would know, but you'll have to roll a history check to see if you remember.
No, I don't remember.
Sorry, Born. You might have an idea, but it doesn't really hit you right now.
5. Okay.
Can I roll a persuasion check to get our party to do what I want?
Yeah, you can offer the help action. That's fine. You can offer the help action.
I'm helping getting the...
You can roll again. Yeah, roll with advantage. Roll again.
Why is it an advantage? She didn't even try.
What? 5.
He's
No,
like,
I
"Oh, can I
mean,
get-"
We said that
I
we
do it
If you-
were
twice.
helping her, so
Yeah, and then
Where's
perception or persuasion? Persuasion, wasn't it?
14.
14. Yeah.
no, what I meant is that you can use the help action to give Vorn another roll, so you can roll for history again.
oh,
That's
it's
what I
me
meant.
that I
Oh,
can roll again. Oh, okay,
Yes.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
okay. 5 again. I rolled exactly the same thing.
Nope. You still don't remember jack shit.
All right.
Okay. Fuck.
I think if we don't remember right now, we should still just gather and
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
go.
and we'll get a plan to how to use it.
Okie dokie.
We can make a
So,
fire in the village.
all right then. Great. So you guys settle in and try to gather as many nightshades as you can throughout the area. Okay. So at this point, the sun is coming down. The night is settling in. You guys are at it, picking up the nightshades. You're almost done. Your torches are in the air, to see where you can. Some of you need torches, not all of you. Just to gather everything as quick as you can. Can all of you roll a perception check, please?
Gee,
I need to do.
I need to change
Actually, I
the
could just
dice,
do it
I
on
think.
my phone.
Yeah.
Ooh,
See.
dirty
9.
20.
Oh, net
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Show off.
I'm so perceptive.
Calvinius, how much did you roll?
9.
Okay. Alakar rolled a 4, and Farron rolled a 19. Okay, so May, while you're picking the nightshades, you kind of see some torches walking on the main road. You see the light of some torches going on the main road. What's weird to you and why it kind of jumped at you is the fact that these torches are not quite at the height of a humanoid. They're quite low.
Can I? Am I near everyone, or are we all spread out again to look for the
You're all
nightshade?
spread out again.
Okay. Can I roll like a perception to see if I can see anything else about them?
You can choose to go forward if you want.
How close am I to the road?
You're
The path.
close enough. Let's say you're maybe 30 feet away. You can choose to go stealthy or just walk out.
Do I also
Can
see
I-
the torches?
No.
No. Can I very stealthily go a little bit closer, but still remain hidden behind some bushes and try to see them?
Okay, so the moment you kind of crouch down, Vorn, you notice May has a shift in her body motion. You see her kind of crouching down and going somewhere outside of the nightshade area. So you do see that.
I'll go.
Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll go after her, and when I
Okay,
get
so
close, when I get close to her, I'll ask what's going on. Really,
Okay.
like hushing. What's going on?
Really whisper.
Yeah.
I whisper back, and I just kind of whisper and I motion. I'm like, look over
Okay.
there. There's
So you also
Like,
see
I
the torches.
attention to the torch.
Are they making any noise? Like whoever's carrying these torches, or nothing?
You wouldn't hear. You're
Okay.
kind of picking up
Somewhere.
nightshades. Yeah.
Right.
May hear anything?
So both of you kind of move forward a bit stealthily to see who those people might be, and you see about 4 kobolds kind of walking through the path. They all look paler than the one that you saw at camp.
Mm.
They don't seem to have that much vigor in them.
Mm.
And May, since you're the one that rolled a nat 20, you look at them more closely and you notice that all of them are blind. And they're all walking holding hands and a torch together
Oh
as
my
they're
God.
just
Okay.
going through.
Eva.
Can Aoife talk to animals, right?
Yeah, she can.
Are kobolds, sorry, just to know a little bit more about them, are kobolds like bad by nature in the realm that
So,
we're in?
kobolds are small offsprings of dragon kind, in a sense. They're more of a pest rather than, a danger. They would
Right.
usually be found in caves mining for gold, trying to gather shiny stuff. That's why they're mostly a pest. They have some intelligence, so they are capable of talking. And kobolds, usually in small numbers, are a nuisance, are a pest. In big numbers, or when they have a leader, they can become, quite a danger.
Right.
That's
But these ones
pretty
are
much what
blind.
you. These ones are
These
blind and weak,
blind
and
and weak.
they
Okay.
carry a torch and maybe some mining equipment on them, and they're
Can
just
I
going really slowly through the path.
can I try and get Aoife's attention to come and help me maybe talk to them? Because I don't really perceive them as a threat. Like I
You
think
know what? Yeah, sure. Roll a stealth check to see if you can hail somebody while still staying quiet.
17.
All right, you kind of like take a rock next to you and you just throw it in Aoife's direction, and she sees that, and you just like, come on.
Come
So,
over. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm going to
At
say
this
to
point,
Aoife,
pretty much everybody heard that rock, so Calvinius, you
everybody,
see that
we're
too.
all
Yeah.
You are all now together.
by them.
Stealthily see
Okay.
as that group of kobolds go.
Are
I
they like?
asked
Sorry,
Aoife what.
sorry, go on.
No, did we go?
Are they considered an animal though?
Yeah.
I mean, they have sentience, but they're not that smart. They have their own language, but they might also speak common. You can
Right.
try giving it a shot. You can do whatever you want.
Shall I just recommend that we? I turn to Aoife and we're all huddled together, kind of crouched, and say, "Do you think that you could communicate with them?"
Yes. It depends if they're not considered an animal, then I can't speak
Yes,
animal. But
speak with animals doesn't work with them.
exactly, because they're kind of like a
Okay.
creature. But I'll stealthily go to them, and I very very slowly I just say to them, like, I hello, I don't mean you any harm. Do not be startled.
While
So nat
she's
20.
going, I cast invisibility on myself and follow
Okay.
her 10 feet behind her.
Okay.
They're blind.
They are blind. So
Yeah,
the
I
moment
know.
you touch
Are
them,
they?
uh,
Are
the
they?
moment you touch them, the one that you
Uh-huh.
touch was like, ah, who's there? What are you doing? Who's there? You steal? You don't steal from me. Please leave us alone.
I cast charm person. Can
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You can cast charm.
I? Okay, I'll cast charm.
Hold on. Let me pull up what charm does. So I
Wait,
can
wait.
also
I
see
think
if
you have to do a saving throw of some sort.
charm person. Is that the one you have?
Wait a minute. It's only a humanoid, isn't it?
Yep.
It doesn't
Let me
count.
see. Are kobolds humanoids?
Good question.
Because it says
They are
Because
humanoid
it's a-
creatures. They are humanoid
Okay.
creatures. So you can cast.
So you need to
charm.
do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. sec. Wisdom, right?
Yeah.
It's a 10.
9. So it's charmed I charmed the hell out of it. It's
Okay.
it's thinks I am its best friend. Oops.
Okay.
So so I, say I mean you no harm.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
You cast charm, but it fails.
Why?
You attempt to charm a humanoid. Hold on. He's blind. He doesn't see you, so he doesn't really understand what's there to be charmed of.
I touched it, and he can feel my warm hands, and he can hear my warm voice, and I use this like really sweet.
What do you say? I'm gonna let it succeed if you roleplay this.
Oh fuck! I'm really bad at roleplaying today.
Give it a shot.
So I think I actually put like my my hand through its like head and like down like just like really caressing like here.
Hold on. Let me actually find a picture of a kobold so that you understand.
I know. It's like a little dinosaur, like a little dinosaur dragon thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what do I say? I say, hello, little I can't think. Hello, little kobold friend. I'm here to help you in your endeavors, and yeah, I was like, I see that you and your little friends are no longer able to see, and maybe I could help you.
He kind of like looks at you, and then some drool starts coming down his face, and says, "You want to help me? Why?"
Because I'm your friend.
Oh, no. You should go because you friend. You need to leave. You in danger if you follow.
What kind of danger?
I better not say. Say for you.
Oh, come on, we're friends, and friends tell secrets to each other.
This no secret. This is danger. If you follow me, you will be in danger. I not tell you nothing. You go. You go. Go, friend.
It's terrible.
He cares about you so much now.
Okay, but where are you going? Can I know that at least?
We go back to the mines. We go to work, and then we work. We get a drink, and then we see, and then we work more to see again. If not, then we blind forever.
Who made you blind?
I know, say you in danger if you know.
What if I promise you I won't be in danger?
No, you cannot promise like that. You don't know. It's great danger. You need to leave.
But how about you don't go back to the mines and we can help you?
Then I'll be stuck blind forever. Kobold want see. Kobold must mind. If kobold work, then kobold see.
Who do you work for?
I no see, but I know it's great danger.
What are you mining?
I don't know.
Is your mine far away from here?
Well, we go, but he's not far. Might be. And you see he's kind of like struggling to understand the concept of time. And then he kind of like says, when fire goes out on hand, then we there. That's why they're carrying the torches. For them, it's a time mechanism, not a sight mechanism.
That's cool.
Interesting.
They will never find the mine again.
I turn to you guys and I just ask you, is there anything you want to know that I missed?
I
mean, everybody else could hear that as well because the kobold was speaking in common.
They're in common.
Are they being followed by someone? Do I see it?
No, they're not. They're all alone.
And it's 4 of them, right?
Just 4 of them. 4 blind kobolds carrying torches in the night.
Where are they coming from?
They were on the path, right?
So, but they were coming
so they
from,
and they're heading
from
the village
or
the other way. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they were coming from, let's say, in the same direction you were coming from.
Okay.
So they are going.
So they were heading the other way. Yeah.
They're heading towards the village. Yes.
I suggest to the party that we let them continue, but we follow.
Yeah.
Kind of like secretly behind them so that they don't notice us, so that we can see where they're going.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can tell them yourself.
Guys, I don't know what we're gonna get out of them on the path. They seem a bit delirious, and I don't know what help this is going to be. I suggest that we let them continue on their way, and maybe we follow them.
They're heading the same way we were heading, right? Anyway.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be going off the path. We'll just travel behind them. Would that mean that we travel really slow?
We were
you would be traveling at a slower pace, but you're so close to the village, you're almost there. Traveling is at this point not the thing that you can do since you're there practically.
Okay.
I think we should do that and just see where they are, and then we can always come back after Baba Ganesh.
I'm gonna move to one of the kobolds, the one that is that she tried to charm, while I'm still invisible, so nobody sees me.
Yeah.
None of us.
I'm gonna crouch behind him and say with a very menacing tone, tell her who blinded you or you'll never see again.
Ooh.
Roll a intimidation check.
$18.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you go and you crouch behind the weak, frail, blind kobold, and also charmed, and you whisper, "Tell her, or else." And then the kobold kind of like looks up, tries to blink a little bit, and says, "No, if my friend goes, then die. You all die. I better die for you not to know." And then kind of like falls on the ground, feeling defeated, and just putting his claws in front to, show an admission of, a permission to kill it. It offers itself.
Wow. You must really like me.
Some powerful charm.
Powerful charm. Does anybody have magic perception to see if they're under a spell of any kind?
You do Arcana.
You can all roll a normal perception check. You can roll detect magic as well. Alucard has detect magic. Actually, let me roll that for him.
Yeah.
There's no magic that can be detected at this point. Nowhere around. So they're not under any magical control.
Perception 19.
What you do notice is that, again, their body does not have the normal color of a kobold. They're frail, too frail for their species. They're clearly under the influence of something. You just don't know what. And yeah.
We did find the vial on the other kobold's body.
I did, but I didn't told anybody about it.
So
But are
you don't know. They don't have any
perception-
vials on their body.
They don't have vials. Okay.
Do I know if there's a way that I can help them? Like, can I do a medicine check to see if there's anything like
Yeah, sure. Roll a medicine check.
wrong?
Does anybody else want to roll a medicine check? Or
I'll
offer the
roll.
help action to give her an
I'll offer
advantage
the
on the
help.
check?
12.
I'll
12.
offer to help.
Oh,
So you
12
can roll
plus-
with an advantage.
Yeah. 9 plus 6. 15.
Okay, so with a 15, inspecting the, kobold's body, the other kobolds are like, they're kind of like holding together and trembling. They're kind of afraid to move at this point without the person in the back, not dying. So after you inspect the body of the kobold that you charmed, there's a complete destruction of the cornea. They're blind as fucking bats. You can't see shit. And all of this seems to be caused by some induced poison. So it could be that they're under the effects of a blindness potion.
Do I know what reverses blindness poison? Potion?
There exists an antidote for blindness, but you don't know exactly the ingredients for it.
I say to the little kobolds, I think that I know what's wrong with you, and I can find a way to cure you and your friends if you come with us to the village.
He kind of like stays there and says, "No, please, let Kobold go. Kobold go. Kobold work. Kobold work hard in mind, then Kobold see. Then maybe Kobold, when he come see you, and then be free."
Okay, I'll come back for you. Okay. I'm not going to forget. So I'll come back
Okay.
and help you.
He
Can
kind
I
of
also
like,
just
yeah,
tell them
go
that
ahead.
we'll be near the village? I'll say that, like, where we're going to travel to, and that if they can, they should meet us there.
They say, "Oh, you go to village."
Yes, yeah, we're going to the village.
Why? You no go. Turn around.
What's wrong with the
why should
village?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
No,
why
there's
should we
nothing wrong with
around?
village. No, it's not nice. It's old village. There's stinky, it's dusty. You don't like the village.
Huh. Okay, interesting.
So they refuse to meet in the village, to have them meet the villagers. Okay, then should we just meet them there, like the following day or something? Or like
Are we still going to follow them?
ask them,
Just to see what
like,
I mean, you're still there
Yeah.
with them.
We're still there
Yeah.
with them. Can I ask them, so should we come with you to your mine to be safe?
No. You need to leave. Go away. Go back where you come from. He's better. He's safe.
I start to get annoyed and I just
kind of step back and look really just puzzled at why we're bothering, and like make that very obvious to the rest of the party. Like, what do we do now?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the kobold and I'm gonna give him a hug, and I say, "What is your name, little kobold?"
My name, I am Arcadian.
Arcadia.
Arcadian.
Arcadian. Arcadian.
Arcadian.
Okay. I give him another hug and I say, "Okay, my little friend, I will come back and help you. Now we're going on our way."
Okay, you go back.
Okay.
Can I check one of the other three just to see if they have the same vial of potion?
None of them have any vials of potions.
Do they have
So-
any
Do you
mining
have-
equipment?
They do.
Are kobolds usually miners? I don't know much about kobolds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly you can find coal caves, mines, places like that.
I turn to you.
So are you letting kobolds go at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just turn to you guys and just like, do we want to follow them to see where they're going? And just so we can come back, or do we just carry on?
I'm still hidden in the bush, behind the bush. I don't trust anything that's going on around me.
Um,
still
roll
invisible.
Calvinius, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, why?
He's dead.
1,
One.
2, 1 plus
Oh,
1.
2. Okay,
Yeah.
2. All right. You start having a flashback, and you seem to recall vividly that some memories are starting to come back at you, and you recall the intensity and exhilaration you feel when you hunt. You recall the pleasure you have when you stalk your prey, and that predator's instinct comes back at you. And by instinct, you ready your bow. Roll to hit.
It's still the 20, right? The D20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11.
And then you add to hits.
Roll with disadvantage, I'd say, because you're kind of like fucking up because of the Constitution.
1.
Okay. Bro. So, you kind of ready your arrow, and you try to let it loose, but that mental backlash from the, memories flooding you forward kind of like dampen your fingers. So from the
Still in-
sweat, you kind of hold on to the arrow while the string goes forward. And all that can be heard in the darkness of the woods are like a twang from a bowstring, while nothing goes through.
I'm still behind the bush, right? Like hidden.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody knows you're there now, so.
Well, now I kind of know. Well, then, at this point, I try to run to a bush next to the one I was in, but I'm clumsy and everybody heard me, so I just kind of get out and walk towards the others, looking down in a very, very embarrassed way.
And I say to you, like, what were you trying to do?
I replied that I don't know. I just felt the need to do that. I just felt the desire to do that. But I do suggest that we let them go and that we follow them. So let them go on their path and we follow them. Just just because that's what I feel it's the right thing to do.
And what were you were feeling like doing?
Farron kind of like
If this-
walks in with
this
his
is-
armor, kind of like clinking and everything, and kind of like goes around and starts, guys. So it's pretty weird. There was one of them coming to our camp. Maybe they know something about it, right? Should we ask him about somebody that escaped the mines, or follow them to see?
Little kobold friends with a weird name. Are you missing one of your fellow miners? Because we've encountered one.
Oh, you found Scrappy.
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 Yeah. What happened with Scrappy? Why did he leave you guys? What happened?
Well, he worked hardest, and then he got sight, and then when he see, then he never came. I don't know. He's gone.
And I give the evil eyes to Vorn. Oh no,
I'm
Vorn is not
invisible.
there.
You have no idea where I am.
True.
Okay. And how long ago was this that he ran away? Or he didn't come back?
We sleep twice, so 2 times we sleep. He gone.
Okay. Did you know that we were around?
No. We always in mine.
So why are you out of the mine right now? Do you sleep outside of the mine?
We like to take a walk. We like to take a walk, yeah. Sometimes we like to take a walk, and it's nice to not hit the rock all the time.
Where do you walk to?
We don't know. We don't see. Just walk.
Do you visit another friend?
No.
What are the other 3 kobolds doing?
They're quiet, just trembling and kind of like following in the steps of the one that was charmed, not knowing what's happening.
Okay. Suspicious. Do you walk every day?
Okay, so one of the kobolds is kind of like, showing a bit too much fear, and it lets go of the hand from the others and starts running.
I grab him.
Okay, oh yeah, you're invisible. Okay, so you see the kobold kind of like turning and running, and then you see it like start floating in the air while it's being picked up.
Being grabbed by the
Yeah,
by the neck.
exactly. It starts like flying in the air, and then you see Vorn become visible again.
Yeah. Where are you going,
He's
little
like,
one?
No, please, lay down. Please, lay down. Don't kill me.
So, answer us and we won't kill you.
Answer what?
Where are you going?
To the caves?
Where is the caves? Where are the caves?
Under the village.
Now we're getting somewhere. Who blinded you guys?
Roll an intimidation check.
5.
He looks at you and says, please, I don't know. I'm blind. I don't see.
But you weren't blind, and I put the dagger right at his neck. Just doing a little bit of pressure.
Okay. Roll another intimidation check.
Come on. Ooh, 22.
Okay. He kind of like starts looking at you, and you see some tears coming down, and says, "Please, I really don't know. They just ask us to mine. We don't know their names or who or what they are. I was born like this. I don't know, but they say if I work, then I get to drink and I see."
Fuck, do I want to do this?
Would Vorn do this? Is the better question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't give a damn. If he dies, he dies.
He's chaotic evil.
He gives him the potion. He's lawful evil. It's not
He
chaotic.
Lawful evil.
Yeah, it's lawful.
Well,
I have a reason
you
to
can
do evil.
you can roll a investigation check, no, a perception check to see if he's telling the truth.
Perception?
Or insight. Which one would be better here? Is insight closer to detecting if somebody lies, or perception? I think it's insight.
Yeah.
It's insight. 16.
16 for insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. He was born blind, and he was promised sight if he would work in the mines.
And he said that he
How
has
does
to
that-
drink something to be
Yeah.
able to see again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him
None
the
of us-
potion that I found on the other
Yeah.
kobold.
Yeah.
There are just a few drops in it. Like, there's nothing that would technically affect the state. So you kind of like pull his head and just like
Yeah.
strain yourself to drop whatever little droplets are from that vial. And he's like, what are you, ah! And you just pour it down his throat. And then he kind of like says, "Ah, you poisoned me!" And you notice that the albumin of his eyes, the white part of his eyes,
Mhm.
start to go from, scarred pink to an actual white. So it is recovering some of his eyesight.
I'll cast dancing light so there's actual light around me,
Mhm.
and I'll ask him, "Can you see me now?"
Tiamat? Is that you? He believes he sees God.
No. Do I know who Tiamat is?
Yeah. You saw Tiamat's statue in the temple before coming to Barovia.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm not your god, but I'm the one that gave you vision back.
My lord.
So
I kind of look over to, is it Vaughn? Is your player name? I kind of look over to Vaughn to kind of signal, like, maybe you should play God. I kind of look and say, we could make this work to our advantage. I try to communicate, like, be God. Maybe we can get them to talk.
Fuck.
He's lawful evil.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that far away from what he would do. Yeah, sure, I'll play God, the god that gave him
Okay.
vision.
Okay. So what do you say?
I'm not Tiamat, but I'm the god that gave you vision back. So tell us everything we want to know.
Okay. My lord, I don't tell, but I show. Follow me. And then he starts to, scurry on the floor, heading towards the village.
And
The other three are like, we go too, we go, my lord. And they start following the others, and they kind of like scream at each other. Stop! Hey, wait! Hold hands! I don't see. You see? You guide.
Well, now we know
You
where
get
they're
that?
going. Are we following them or not?
I want to follow them.
Okay, so the entire party follows the 4 blind kobolds into the village.
The 3 blind kobolds.
4 blind kobolds. As they walk through the village, you see that the village is abandoned. There's nothing there. And as you arrive, they seem to be going inside a tavern.
Can we look in like kind of hide and look?
You're in the village. You can choose to do whatever you want. Follow them. You saw where they went. You didn't see them leave anywhere else. It's abandoned. There doesn't seem to be any light in the tavern.
Mm.
I mean, why would there be light for creatures that are blind?
I'm gonna turn into a raven.
Okay.
I don't think I can. Can I turn into a
No,
kobold?
it's a humanoid creature. You can't.
I'm gonna turn into a raven, and I'm gonna go in before everyone else, and have a look around and see if there's any suspicious behavior.
Roll a investigation check.
Well, they think that I'm their new god because I
That's
gave them
one.
vision back. So I'm just walking into the tavern.
Okay. Let me just finish with Aoife first. So, how much did you roll?
1.
1? Okay. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You notice as well as everybody else, but you notice at first that the place is completely abandoned. The kobolds didn't even manage to get inside the village before you saw that, so just kind of return. Do you want to return, or do you want to do anything else as a bird?
I'm just gonna continue as a bird until further
Okay,
notice.
so you kind of like return to the party as a raven. Do you want to fly above them or settle down on the ground?
Fly a little bit higher and just see if I can see anything else around the village.
Okay, there's nothing else to see around the village. It's just completely abandoned.
Okay.
So Aoife stays in the air. You guys go inside the village. You see the 4 kobolds go inside the tavern as they were like shouting, "Come, follow, we go down!" And then they just like mosey in through the tavern. You hear a loud thud, and then there's no more noise. That thud came from the inside of the tavern.
Okay. So I go inside the tavern and I think that it's a trapdoor, so that's the thing that I'm looking for.
You don't see anything in the main hall of the tavern that looks like a trap or a trapdoor.
Is the floor dusty?
Yeah.
Can you
Dusty,
see where
but there are prints of
where are the
cobalt
footprints
prints
going?
You can see that they're quite, everywhere. It's like this because they're blind. They are not really sure where stuff is. So they kind of like go above tables, under tables, all across. The most obvious route was the latest one that you noticed. So it kind of like takes you over to the kitchen. At this point, you're in the kitchen. It seems pretty abandoned. Do you guys want to check around?
Yeah.
Searching for that trapdoor or something like that.
Okay, roll investigation. Everybody.
20. Wait, is it?
Okay.
Is it? Hold on. Yeah, it is, and that 20.
Vorn, you take a look at the garbage place of the kitchen, and you see like 13 or 14 potion vials that are empty inside.
I got 10.
Okay. I don't know what to do with empty potions.
Do you want to take a look and see if there's anything else
Yeah,
there
sure.
in the garbage? You guys can offer the help action to Vorn, and so that he can continue his check.
I'll help.
I'll
Okay.
help as well.
Roll again. Just once.
Advantage?
No, just a normal roll.
Okay. Investigation still?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. What you do notice from those potion vials is that half of them are, or used to have, the same content, like the potion flask you found on the kobold that you murdered at camp.
Mm-hmm.
And the other half seems to have a completely different potion. That is something you don't recognize.
But they have something in there, in the flasks.
Yeah, like remnants. They're mostly empty, but there's like remnants. It's kind of like the same one that you found on the kobolds, or that you murdered. Yeah, at this point, you guys can also take a look if you want. You're around, of course.
I'll also look in the trash and see if
Everybody goes trash
find
diving tonight.
files as well?
I mean, I'm still looking for the trapdoor.
Okay.
Are there any more? Are there any more footprints in the kitchen, around the kitchen?
Yeah, they're going now outside of the kitchen. Are you guys finished with the kitchen, or are you moving? All of you moving to another area?
I would
Can
Or
I-
do you still want to check the potions or anything else?
Can I pick up some of the vials and some of the empty vials and keep some of them just in case I want to fill it with
Yeah, sure.
something of my own or compare it against some?
Roll a medicine check.
Four.
Does anybody want to give the help action? Okay, you can roll again.
19.
Okay. Damn. Okay, I didn't really want to say this, but on a 19, I guess I don't have a choice. From some of the potions that you pick up, there's a faint smell that is familiar to you, and that smell is the same smell as a wisteria flower, and you know the wisteria is used to cause blindness if used in potent enough concentrations. So this might be the remnants of a blindness potion.
So I'm gonna turn to Vaughn and tell him that, and obviously the bird in the corner can hear me as well. And just say, this is a blindness potion. I think maybe wisteria. I recognize it. I don't understand. I thought that this was meant to cure blindness, but this must be keeping them blind.
So they have a potion to put them blind and another one to give them sight.
There's definitely foul play here.
That blindness potion would be very useful for us.
It would. We could use it against Baba Saga Ganoush.
Babali Saga, guys, come on.
Baba Ganoush.
Baba Saga.
Keep going. She's gonna just get worse.
I pocket. How many of the vials are there?
There's like 13 that Vorn found. Half of them are, curing blindness. Half of them are causing blindness.
Okay.
Can we see if there's any ingredients around? Or
the place is abandoned. There's nothing here. And if there was anything here, it's used or discarded.
Is there a back door of any kind to?
Well, there are footprints that are leading outside the kitchen, so you can search the rest of the tavern.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, I would like to follow the footprints.
Okay. Roll an investigation check, Calvinius.
Go, Calvin.
4 and 3, 7.
Okay, so you kind of like walk around and you hit your foot on some wooden, let's say, step, and you look down and you see a trap door, only that you don't know what a trap door is, so you can do with that information what you like.
I turn around and say that to the others. And yeah,
you say what?
That I hit my foot onto something, and I don't know what it is. And if somebody can come and check.
I'll go. Just to see what the clueless guy.
I don't know what a trapdoor is.
Yeah.
So you go there and you see that the footprints kind of head over to that area, and then they disappear beyond that area. And you see Calvinius kind of standing on the side of what looks to be a trapdoor.
I'll get close to him and tell him, see, you're actually useful. Keep up with the good work, and I'll open or try to open the trapdoor. It's booby trapped. Fuck.
Booby trapped.
Okay, you opened forcefully that thing, but you kind of like pulled it a bit too high. There was a mechanism that was on a string. If you would have pulled it just a little bit, let's say the height of a kobold, it would not have triggered. You slammed it, so the mechanism triggered. At this point, there are a set of torches that are now lit, going down towards an entrance, inside and underground.
So nothing exploded?
Nothing exploded.
No booby. No booby trap.
Makes sense. Because the kobolds are blind, they don't need light to see. But the guy that's controlling them needs it.
Yeah.
I'll start climbing down the... Is there a stairs?
Yeah.
I start climbing down the stairs.
I follow him.
So everybody goes down the stairs, and as you move toward the hallway, it's pretty normal. It's quiet. You just hear the flickering of the fire torches. So you keep moving forward, and you come up to an exit that leads into a larger room. In front, you see a door that is, let's say, more ornate. It has some design into it, and a keyhole. Above the door, you see 10, let's say, sconces, and that's pretty much it. There's no other exit, it's just that door. A sconce, for those that don't know, is like a place where you can put hay or stuff to make fire, and it holds fire inside to light something.
Okay. Is the door locked?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You can go and check.
Can we?
Because I'm in front, so I'll think that I'll be the one to get close to the door and check if the door is locked.
So Alucard kind of like pats you on your shoulder and says, "Why don't I go and check that? Maybe we can avoid dying in case it's booby trapped, because that thing you did, we're lucky it didn't explode."
Yeah, I mean, we've been lucky with trapdoors so far, so... But sure.
Yeah, let's try not to bank on luck. Okay, so Alucard goes and tries to picklock the door. And with a 13 and his thing. Okay, so he tries to like fiddle in his lockpick and tries to do anything, and all you guys can hear is like a clang, and then the door that was just an exit behind you, the wall closes immediately.
Where Weren't you supposed to help?
And you see that the 10 sconces now light on fire.
Oh shit! But did he manage to unlock the door?
Doors perfectly locked.
Perfectly locked. Okay.
Is
What's
Is
the
there
door
anything
made out
else
of?
around?
Yeah. Is the door made of what?
The door is made out of steel.
Fuck.
Ah,
Is there anything else around? Like,
You can investigate.
yeah.
let's
I'll help investigate too.
Okay. Roll to investigate.
fucking hell. I need to change the dice. Jesus Christ. I got 1 plus 3, 4.
Okay.
Those dice are cursed.
Those are
Yeah,
my
or-
dice. I gave
or
him
my-
my last set of
Oh
dice.
fuck!
I have my
My hands
old
are-
ones, my old metal dice. Those are the ones I'm using today. I gave him the
D20
last dice
hands.
that I bought. Yeah,
I got
maybe
Yeah.
they're used to DM rolls and not player rolls. I don't know.
I just need to
Anyway.
change my hands, I guess. Anyway.
Right. So okay, you rolled a
Yeah.
4.
Mm.
Who else rolled?
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
I can roll.
Alucard rolled an 18, and Farron rolled an 18 as well.
And I rolled low.
I have a nat 20.
Okay. So Aoife, Farron, and Alucard, they both noticed that they all three of them noticed that there are 4 pedestals, kind of like hidden. One is on the ground, one is like a loose brick, and 2 of them are in opposite corners of the room. And they seem to be, interactable.
Do they have any like design or rune or something that make them
No.
different from each other?
No. At this point, one of the flames out of those 10 goes out.
Oh, fuck.
Well, it's a time one.
True.
So I think I kind of say to the party, I think we have until the 10th one goes out and then we're all kaput. So we better figure this out fast.
4 pedestals, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go and investigate one on the wall.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
It's so it's one on the floor.
1 on the floor, 1 in the wall, and 2 in opposite corners of the room.
18.
You can only push it.
Okay, I'm gonna check the one on the ground.
You can only stand on it. It reacts to your weight.
Okay, I'll go.
So if you sit on it, it sinks. If you push the brick, it goes inside. If you let it go, it retracts. If you step out, it raises back.
I'll go and check another one.
It does the same thing as everything else. If you interact with it, it will move to a certain point. If you let it go, it retracts back.
Well, then I suggest we just, push all 4 of them at the same time.
At this point, another flame goes out.
Yeah.
Can I right before we push it all at the same time? Can I investigate where the flames are and see if there's any hidden buttons or anything behind?
So the flames are above the door, and these are now the only source of light in the room.
Is there anything behind the flames or like up there that I could investigate? Okay.
So a sconce is literally, imagine having, this is the wall. A sconce is something that is glued to the wall that has hay inside here. And they just light on fire.
Okay.
So that's how they work. There's nothing behind them because they're just glued to the wall, in a sense. And the fire is burning literally on the wall. So.
Are there any cracks in the door?
No.
No.
So it's just.
Yeah, let's try the 4 at the same time, just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all push the 4 pedestals at the same time. The moment you do that, the 2 flames that were out, they light themselves again.
Oh, so it restarts the timer.
Fuck.
Is that all that there is in the room? Can we investigate more?
Sure.
What are the walls made of?
Brick.
Brick.
Yeah, can we investigate more, please?
Sure.
Jeez,
Roll to investigate.
8.
Steph.
1.
You can roll on the app if you want, Pietro.
Okay, thank you. I think there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Question. This puzzle is for us players or for our characters?
Both. I don't see why not.
Because
Okay.
there's a difference between the player and the character.
If
it's for
we'll
us
say
players,
that, let's say it's for the player characters, not for the players, because they're the ones that need to figure out how to get out of this situation.
so it's for the characters.
It's for the characters.
Okay. I rolled an
Never
11.
get out of here.
Okay. How about maybe there's a specific order that we need to do them? Are they all the same height?
One is on the ground, 2 of them are in corners, and 1 is a brick inside the wall.
Okay. I suggest that we all 4
I
get
put
on.
my foot on my pedestal.
Okay.
Just try them one at a time and see if anything
happens.
It sinks.
But nothing happens.
One of the flames goes out.
When I press
it?
No, it just passed enough time for one of the flames to go out.
Can you the one that you're standing on? Can you pull it instead of can you try and pick it up and see if there's anything hidden underneath?
Yeah, can I try to do that? Just try to pull out.
Roll, I'll say a sleight of hand to see if you can do anything to it, to the mechanism.
Okay, give me a second. 16, 19.
You kind of try to see if there are any flaws that you can exploit to grab the mechanism from the inside and pull it out forcefully, but you don't seem to find anything.
Okay, so there's nothing. So I didn't manage to remove the.
No.
So okay. But the two pillars near the in the corner, are they different to each other? Or
they're just in opposite corners.
But there's nothing different about them.
No.
Okay.
Not that you know.
Is there any specific are they are they all aligned nicely? Or is
another flame goes out.
Okay, let's do it all.
I throw myself against the door.
Sure. Nothing happens. You just bash yourself against the door. It stays locked.
Is there any? Does the door have any keyhole?
Yes.
Can we try and pick that again?
No.
Or what? No.
Can I turn
Alucard,
into
who is? You want to what?
And go through the little keyhole.
You want to turn into?
A spider and go through the little keyhole.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So you're turning into a spider. You're kind of climbing in to maybe go through the keyhole. As you kind of push yourself inside the keyhole, you see that there's just a wall of steel. There's no point for a key. The keyhole is there for decorum.
I see.
How long is it past since we...
Another 2 flames went out after that whole thing, so you now have
6
flames left. Yeah.
Okay, since we got locked down here, because I know the solution. That's why it's hard when you know the solution.
How do
we,
you
like-
know this?
Because
Why do you know
Well,
this?
because I already have this trap planned. I know
You
the
did?
solution
Okay.
for the trap.
Um,
That's why I'm asking
Okay.
if it's the puzzle was for us or for the characters.
For the
Okay.
characters, I mean, that's the point, right?
Okay. So what I want to know is how long has it passed since we got locked in here?
It's been about, let me see. Eight minutes so far.
Because Vorn is getting frustrated with this.
It's understandable. Who wouldn't be?
What the fuck are we doing here?
Can I suggest that we just press all 4 of them again to see if the lights all light back up again?
Okay, at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Everybody presses 1.
All the flames go back to normal. They all light back up.
I go back from where we entered. Can I try to open the trapdoor?
It's imagine that the place where you exited is just a stone corridor,
Okay.
and when you entered the room, there was no door. It was just like a stone corridor.
Oh, okay. So
The
there was
moment
something
you
that
entered,
caused the.
the moment you entered,
Mhm.
the stone wall just fell down and locked you guys inside.
Okay, so what? Let's say that 10 minutes has passed since we are in here?
Okay. If 10 minutes pass, are you guys willing to stay still and do nothing for 10 minutes?
No, I mean, since we got locked in here.
Uh,
Since we
it's
tried
been
to
9
open.
minutes.
9 minutes.
It's been 9 minutes so
Okay,
far.
I'm getting really frustrated, and I say, fuck it. Whatever comes, I prefer to fight than to stay locked in here. And I grab both my swords out and wait for that fucking door to open, and wait for all the flames to go down.
Okay.
And I'm ready
Does
to attack
anybody
if
else want to do the
anything
same thing?
passes through that door.
I think I I run around and one by one press all the different mechanisms. Not at the same time, obviously. It's just me. I get a bit panicked.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens, and then I'll kind of go and stand by Vaughn and say, "Okay, I'll wait with you. We'll fight."
When we press certain mechanisms, does it make any noise?
It slides in, slides out.
Doesn't make any noise.
There's only 4 flames left. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just waiting, but the longer it takes, the more nervous I become, and the more ready to, like, when you're trying to press the trigger, and you're already at that moment that if you press just a little bit, it shoots. That's the point that Vorn is at this moment. He's ready to start killing anything.
So you're on a hair trigger.
Yeah.
Can we extinguish the remaining flames to make it go
You
faster?
try to, cover it, but whatever you try to do, the flame just comes back up. And that's pretty much it.
So we're just assuming that once all the flames go out, the door will open.
And something will come out of there and
There's
And what if
another flame goes out? There's only 3 flames left.
What if the door doesn't open and we're just stuck in the darkness?
Then we
It
just
gets
press
darker.
Can we? Yeah, but will we be able to see where they are, where the pedestals are?
Yeah.
I've
I cast dancing lights.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
There's now light in the room besides the fire.
Okay.
There's another flame going out. There's only 2 fires left.
Yeah,
See,
you guys still want to do anything?
May is right beside me, right?
We don't get this puzzle.
You don't get this puzzle?
Why did I get this puzzle? That's so annoying.
I read about it, so I was planning to use it eventually, but he is using it already. So May is standing right beside me, right?
Yeah.
So you start seeing like all the knots of my finger, my knuckles are completely white because I'm
Hmm.
grabbing so hard my weapons. I am
I
really like whatever path, if that fucking door opens, whatever passes through that door is gonna die. It's my spirit. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna attack it.
look over and
Um,
I kind of your fierce energy ramps me up as well, and my fists. I'm ready. I'm on a hair trigger as well. I'm about to attack whatever's coming through that door, or whatever happens when all the lights go out.
I'm more skeptical and doubts. I have doubts about the whole thing, but I do see that we don't really have any choice. So I will stand by your side too.
Calvinius,
You
roll a Constitution saving
Do
throw.
you want to not be a spider?
Can I roll it on the app? Yes.
Yeah, sure. Roll whatever you want. It's fine.
Okay.
You want to stay in the keyhole?
I rolled
gonna be-
a 1 on the dice and then a 1 on the app.
Bro, today is not your day. I swear to God. Okay.
I need a new phone as well, not only new dice. Yeah, so
You
I have
have
1 plus 1 is 2. Yeah. So
okay.
I have 1
Vorn,
plus 1
you look at
constitution.
Calvinius beside you, and you start seeing him sweat.
Wait, pause. This is really exciting. This is really exciting, but I need to pee. Like 2
Okay,
minutes.
just go.
You fucking asshole. It's just the only thing that I have to tell you.
Okay.
Dumb. You didn't give any. Are there more hints that we're supposed to find? Surely, right?
You can try to investigate and see if you find anything.
Can I investigate again?
Sure.
Maybe there was something like before coming into the
Give it a go.
14.
You see mostly the dust that kind of already settled in the room. The only place that has most recently just been, used were the things you interacted with. That's pretty much it.
Is there a specific part of the things that have no dust?
No. Everything is pretty much unused, untouched, old, forgotten, except the pedestals that you've used so far. Another flame goes out, and there are only 2 fires left. What do you guys want to do?
We're just waiting at this point, I think.
I'm just gonna wait as well.
Calvinius, you, because of your poor roll, you start feeling cornered.
Which one? Okay.
You feel like something is.
Do I feel a presence?
You
Yeah,
feel
other than-
something pulling in your stomach. A sense of. Some people would say butterflies. Some people would feel as if blood rushes through the body. And
Is it closer to excitement or fear? Or
both.
both?
You sense both excitement and fear at the prospect of those flames going out.
Well, then I get caught up by the excitement of everyone else, and yeah, I just stand by their side and wait for the remaining 2 flames to finally go out.
The last fire now stands. The room is lit by the dancing light. This is your last chance to do anything. Do you guys want to do something?
I have a sword, right? I was going to
Yeah,
sword.
you do have
Okay,
sword.
I'll just pull it out and get it, preparing myself to maybe coming.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything?
So impressive things, like, because do they go slowly back out? of the situation. But like, can I just pull them all, make it so that they don't pull up the same?
You want to do what?
So when they, like when you stand on the pedestal and it comes back up, does it go like slowly in a specific? Okay.
Yes.
And all the other things, right?
Yeah.
So can I do like all of them, but like start in the pedestal, like the one that you stand on, and then just so they all kind of like the time aligns with, that makes no sense. That's not gonna be it.
You can try to do that. Roll a how do you call that one? Performance check, because this looks like a dance. I mean, you try to time out the rising motion of the pedestals by pushing them into whatever order you believe is correct. It just doesn't really seem to work out to anything. So, at this point, the final flame goes out. It's dark. It's really dark. Thankfully, you do have some light. The doors, they open. You hear a satisfying click and a whisper in the room that says, "Darkness shows the way." As the door opens, what you see in front of you are all of the kobolds that you've met along the way.
I attack
Dead.
the one that is closest to me.
They're dead. They're dead. You walk inside, and what you see is a table and two vampires sit across. They look and laugh and they say, "These pathetic rats. Did you really think that we would cure them of the blindness that they were born with? They didn't even know that we slipped their mothers with the blindness so they'd be born like that. All that silver, all that iron and steel, straight to our Lord and Savior Strahd." "Oh, Mathilde, look. There's guests."
They are sitting
How far are we from them?
side?
Yeah, they're sitting in front of each other on the table.
How far are we from them? Like feet
You're
wise?
like 60 feet away.
60 feet.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
It's a big room. It's a big room.
What else can we see around the room? Is there
Dead
ingredients?
kobolds. There is a doorway that leads outside this room, but it's across the table next to the vampires.
I lunge at one of the vampires and try to attack him.
Okay, so you guys don't want to talk at all. You just go.
I think we
I was ready to hit something.
All right, then roll initiative.
They saw
I
us
was
though,
also
right?
ready, so I think at the same time I'm gonna go and attack as well.
Okay, everybody roll initiative.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
19.
What are we rolling for? What?
Initiative.
In the plus one, that's all.
Oh, 19.
19 as well.
12.
No, 25 because we could to push the things.
Okay, just give me 1 second to set up my initiative counter on my end. Okay, so how much did you guys roll? Or could you
19.
write your rolls in the dice tray D&D channel so that I have them there in Discord?
I can already tell you, Aoife and May rolled a 19.
Okay,
Yeah.
so hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Calvinius was 12.
12, okay.
And I am 6.
Okay, let me roll for Theron. 16. And Alakar, 19.
Jesus.
Yeah, them DM dice.
And Irina?
Right. Almost forgot about her. She rolled a 4. Okay, now I gotta roll for the vampires. Okay, so first is Alakar. He tries to run towards the vampires to attack. The moment he gets close to them, he vanishes in thin air. You see him just explode in a puff of blue light and is gone. And then you see the two vampires say, "Oh my, how'd that happen?"
Oh, they
Never mind, Mathilde. Why are you asking questions of the peasants? We should not be entertaining their... What is this, tomfoolery? No. We should just bleed them dry. As all food does. And they get in ready stance. Next is since both of you rolled 19, you guys can roll a d20 between each other. The bigger number goes first. Aoife and May.
10.
How much did you roll, Aoife?
6.
Okay, so May, go first.
Yeah.
You can go first in combat.
Okay.
So what do you want to do to the vampire? He's 60 feet away.
60 feet away. So this is my first time in combat. I'm not really...
Okay. At this point, you can choose to move forward because most of your attacks are melee. So you try to look at your actions, see the range that they have. You know that you're 60 feet away, and see what's the range you need to be in. See if you can move.
My range is 5 feet for a lot of my attack.
Your movement. What is your movement speed?
Sorry?
Where do I find my movement?
Go up. 40.
40. That's 40.
Okay, so you can move 40 out of 60 feet. That would put you 20 feet away from them. You can try to use a dash action, but that would consume your action. So you would not be able to attack directly. You can use a bonus to attack. Because your action would be to dash.
She doesn't have already that ability, that step of the wind, that she can use a key point.
You might need to use a key point for that.
But
so
she
you can look at your
action to attack.
Then she still has the action, yes. So you can try to look at what you have available.
Okay.
Basically, what you mean, you can do double movements. You can go 18. I say to get really close, but you need to use a key.
How many can you do I have?
I don't know. Put down. Put down on that thing. You've got that many.
12?
No.
Or
whatever it's square.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 5. Okay, I want to dash
Okay.
up and get other vampires kind of like huddled, like are they next to each other ready?
They are very close to each other. They are not 5 feet apart.
Can I use one key to dash double so I can reach
Yep.
them? So I'm within
Okay.
5 feet.
Okay.
And one of the vampires, I can use Flurry of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
So
No. Because
I can't?
No, because it's a bonus action. Already.
Yeah.
The dark
So
and the dash.
moving with key is using a bonus, and flurry of blows is a bonus attack. You can use an action to attack normally,
Okay, I'll just
like to do an
attack.
unarmed strike or to attack with a quarterstaff.
Right.
Actions you can do because you've used your bonus to use the key.
Do I have a staff?
You can check your inventory.
Help me, god damn it.
Fine, what I'm gonna do. What are you trying to do, sir?
Do I have, where's my inventory? Okay.
You probably don't have anything in there. Oh, okay. You probably don't have. What are you looking for?
What?
You
I
were
would have
supposed. You were
I'm
supposed to have a
supposed to have
staff.
a staff.
You have to add it. So it's like a quarter staff. So manage
Oh, add
inventory.
it.
Then you can it there.
Wooden staff?
Well, it depends if you want a staff or a quarter staff, wooden staff. That's a druid focus though. Probably yeah. And then go down.
I feel so unprepared, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Did you add it?
Which one am I adding?
Probably better arcane. Focus the first one. Yeah, and now yeah. And if you go back to actions, click on it.
Okay. I'm gonna use my staff on one of the vampires.
So now you roll to
Okay.
hit. So you do that.
Is it a 20?
Yeah. Or is it 20? And then you add 520
20.
to hit.
20 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. That hits. Roll for damage.
So the damage, there's 2 options here, and I don't know why.
One is
one hand or two-handed.
Yeah, you can use the quarterstaff with one hand, or you can use it with 2 hands. The one with 2 hands does more damage.
So you can
I'll do the 2-handed one.
Okay, 2 hands. So it's 1d8. Let's go here. D8. Yeah, 1d8. So you roll. And then you will add 2.
7.
Oh,
So you deal 7 damage. Okay. You go over to one of the vampires and you kind of like twirl your quarterstaff and hit him in the face, and just hits him right in the jaw and goes like, "Oh dear, didn't mother teach you not to play with sticks?"
She could use. Oh no, she can't. Because she already used the bonus action, one of her keys, right? You can only do a key per turn.
A key per turn, yes.
Okay.
At higher levels, you can use more key per turn, but at level 5, it's just a key per turn.
Okay.
All right, so that was your turn. Next is Aoife. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
On one of the guys, the one that got damaged already.
Okay.
And I'm casting that as a level 3.
Okay.
So to cast it, it's a concentration spell, blah blah. You need to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
How much?
5 plus 4, 9.
9. No, it doesn't save. So I'm
Okay.
gonna damage. Uh, 17.
17 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it says so.
Yeah.
After you cast the spell, you can use an action.
To move it. And
Yeah.
then it deals damage again. And it's a concentration spell, right?
Yeah.
So as long as you're concentrated on that spell, you can move it and use it again to attack without needing to cast it. I'll just roll the Constitution saving throw again. But you'll have to like do this, and this would be like your only action, right? Because you can't do anything else while you're concentrating.
I'll do that then. Continue doing that.
Good.
So the other one, and I do it with the other person.
Okay. Next in turn is let's see, Farron.
But haven't I just done move the beam to the other person?
Yeah. Let's say you can move it to the other vampire. Okay. It rolls a nat 20 on its Constitution saving throw, so it doesn't take any damage.
Okay.
All right.
Stefan.
So that was your turn. Yeah.
Just one thing. May has 2 attacks per turn. She can attack
2
twice.
actions or 2 attacks?
She has 2 attacks per turn.
Oh, right. Monk.
She's level
monk.
5.
Okay.
Monk. Come on, you know monks.
I didn't get to level 5 as a monk.
I know.
Come on, I got to level 4.
You got to level 15.
Yeah, but that was like a one-off thing.
Yeah. So make an attack
There were
again.
so many things there, I forgot about it attacking twice. Anyway, okay, so you can try to attack again, May. Just make sure that we cover your part of the action before you move forward.
So that's a good one.
Hey.
You can attack again, because we forgot that you have 2 attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
At level 5, monks have 2 attacks per turn per action.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Well, I'll do.
Can you just start again? Because you can't do that one because you need to use a key.
Mm.
And you already used the key, so you can't use the key. So I would just suggest you use the staff again because it's the highest with the 2 hands.
Yeah, I'll do that again.
Yeah.
So I do the 1d8.
You do to hit first.
Oh, to hit.
So you do 20.
20.
Oh yeah, 24 to hit.
That hits.
That hit.
I mean, you'd hit that from space, so yeah.
10.
10 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next would be Farron. So let me just pull up his character sheet. So Farron pulls out the Sun Sword, and they are. He will use Channel Divinity Turn the Unholy. So I gotta do a Wisdom saving throw on both of the vampires. One of them rolled a 20, and one of them rolled a 15, so they both save.
It's with you can't. It has to be 30 feet from Farron.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Any creature that gets you with the... Oh, fucking hell. You gotta make these letters bigger. Alright, then I guess Farron just dashes forward 60 feet towards the same vampire, and he sits next to May and raises his shield. That was Farron's turn. Now it is Galvinius, it's your turn.
All right.
So take a look at your actions.
Yeah, I have. Well, most of what I have requires to be within 5 feet.
Don't you have a longbow?
Yeah, that's the only one that I could use.
You can try to use it. You can tap on the numbers there, so you can try to attack with it.
All right.
What does it say when you tap on the numbers? Because that's to roll to hit.
Yeah, the hit DC, it's the D20 plus.
Yeah, you hit. So when you see there the
okay.
Yeah, you tap on the hit DC, the one that says plus whatever number.
Yeah.
And that would roll a dice on the app to tell you how much you roll to hit.
So I have a 14 plus 7, 21.
That hits. Now you can tap on the damage number.
Okay.
The damage dice, the 1D whatever is next to the longbow.
It's a 2 plus 4, 6.
6 damage. Okay.
And don't rangers also have 2 attacks per turn?
They do.
I love rangers so much.
Okay. Well,
so you did 6 damage initially, right?
I did 6, yes. So I'm just gonna go again.
Roll to hit again, and then let's see if you hit.
All right, yeah. 22, 15, 7, 22.
Okay, roll to damage.
Again, 2, 4, 6.
6. Okay. So you release 2 arrows into the vampire. They both kind of one hits his shoulder and one hits his hip. And he just looks at you and says, "Really? What is it with humans and sticks?" And he kind of breaks them off and says, "I'm gonna keep an eye on you, little ranger."
If I attack now, I cannot move at all, right?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can still move. You can still move 30 feet.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that as well. I'm just gonna get 30 feet closer.
Okay. Next is Vorn. It's your turn. Finally.
Okay. Finally. I'm gonna move my 30 feet as my first... No, as a bonus action, I'm gonna manifest my echo 15 feet away from me. He's gonna move the rest of the movement engaged with the vampires. As my action, I'll attack with my crossbow.
Okay.
With 13 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And my second attack will be by my echo. Is that gonna hit? It's a 9.
Nada.
And that's it.
Okay, now it's the first vampire's turn. He looks at May, and let's see.
It doesn't do anything.
It is going to do an unarmed strike on May. So he's gonna look at you and say, "Now, you shouldn't play with sticks, because fists are better." Does an 8 hit?
No.
Look at your AC.
AC, go up.
Is your AC higher than 8 or lower than 8?
It's 12.
Okay, so he tries to hit you, but you like dodge the first attack. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, and he's going to attack again. Oh. Does 14 hit? Yeah, it hits. So he punches you and you dodge away, but you realize late that punch was a feint. So he like raises his hand backwards at you, just slaps you away. And you take 1d8 plus 4. 5 damage.
5.
Oh. So, yeah, you could put game, or another the ones. You could find. And you could damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that is going to be Mauritius's turn. Now it's Mathilde's turn. So Mathilde looks at Vorn and says, you seem to be a tasty morsel. Quite a lot of pain in your eyes, isn't it? And she is going to spider climb on the roof to get above you.
Do everybody that was at 5 feet from her have an opportunity attack?
No, she uses her legendary action to move without provoking opportunity attacks.
She has legendary actions. Oh fuck.
All legendary actions.
Okay.
So she's above you, spider climbed, and she will drop down to bite you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, it hits. Come on.
Okay. 1d6 plus 4, that's 9 damage, plus 3d6 necrotic.
Oh.
4, 10, 14. 9 plus 14.
We gotta run away.
What's 9 plus 14?
I don't. It's 23. I'm less than half my health right now.
Okay, so Mathilde just falls down, grabs you by the shoulder, and sinks her fangs into your jugular, bleeding you fucking dry for 23 points of health.
Motherfucker.
And that is going to be her action. We go back to the beginning of the initiative, and it is.
Wait, why?
Oh, you mean why? Did I miss anything?
Oh, no. Yeah, okay, yeah. Forget it what I said. Alakar is not here.
Yeah, he vanished.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now it is Irina's turn. So she kind of looks at where was it? Okay, she looks at Vorn and says, "Vorn, no!" And she throws a spear that was given to her by one of the were-ravens straight at the vampire, biting on Vorn, which does not hit because it's a 13. Hold on. Why did the music stop? I forgot to put more songs. Okay. Alright. And she uses her movement to get in range with Vorn so that she can try to attack next turn. Now we go to the beginning. I almost forgot about that, you know. So now, May, it's your turn.
Okay. The vampire that's in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just because I have one unarmed strike is bonus. Okay, I'm going to do the same and strike with my staff
Okay.
using my sick martial arts.
Right.
Does 1.
1 to hit? Yeah, that misses.
1 to hit. That misses.
No, that misses.
As a bonus action,
You have 2 attacks. You have 2 attacks on one action.
Okay.
So you can
On one
attack
action.
again.
I'll attack again. Ooh. 19.
Yeah, that hits. Roll 2 damage.
Four.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Okay.
And then I've got I'm gonna use 1 key to do 2 unarmed strike. As a
And the flurry of
flurry of blows.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Roll to hit.
Flurry of blows. 1d6.
You have to roll to hit first.
Oh, roll to hit, sorry.
Yeah.
10?
No. Oh, +5.
Oh, 15.
15 doesn't
So what
hit.
about the-
Fuck.
Is it for both? Does it like
No,
because
it's
it's 2 unarmed?
she has to roll twice. 1 for each
Yeah.
attack.
Let's roll twice. Yeah.
Okay.
16?
16 does hit.
Okay.
Fuck.
I like how out of everybody, Fabio's the one that's like, Jesus Christ.
3.
Okay, 3 damage. Gotcha.
3.
I think we need to chat to Stefan at some point and go over your character because I think there's something wrong with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you guys want, we can stop it for tonight at this point, and we can continue.
No, I want to do my moonbeam again first.
Fine. Okay, it's your turn anyway.
It's
your turn anyway,
okay. So it's moving now again back to the original vampire that it hit last time.
Yeah.
And it needs to do Constitution saving throw. Go.
He did a 13.
9. It takes. Nope. That's it. It takes. Bam. Takes 8.
Okay.
And then the moonbeam moves to the other one.
The other one is with me.
The other one is with him.
But I can. It's only a 5 feet radius,
Yeah,
so I was
radius. Yeah, you can put it at the edge of the 5 feet so that it doesn't burn Vorn. But try to remember, she is on top of Vorn because she's biting him.
But I can still catch some bit there.
You know what? I'll let you roll for it. If you roll a good enough Arcana, I'll let you manipulate your area of damage so that you don't hit Vorn.
10 or 9, 10? No.
So how much did you roll?
10.
10. 10's not gonna be good enough. You can move it, but you're gonna hit Vorn.
You don't want to hit Lauren.
No. I'm just gonna keep it where the original vampire was.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, because then I'll stop concentrating on it.
Okay. So should we call it for tonight and leave it for the next session?
Yeah.
I think so. I need to work on my
Okie dokie.
stuff.
Alright then. Well, thank you guys very much for joining tonight's D&D session. It was a pleasure as always to host you. I hope you guys had a fun night, full of excitement and horror. We left off mid-combat, but don't worry, next time we meet we'll be able to resume and see if you guys can, go over this challenge of facing actual vampires for the first time.
Gary.
Yay.
Have fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
No worries anytime.